Hey guys, we just got done seeing the new semi-biographical film, The Fabelmans, based on Steven Spielberg. And I know it's different than what we usually see, but we definitely wanted to go check it out because we love film. But I'm gonna let my wife, as usual, go first, so she could tell you what what she thought of it before I go into detail. Which looks like she's raring to go. Can't wait to let you guys know what she thought of it. So. All right, go ahead, hon. What did you think of the movie?
It was a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. I'm really curious to look up how much of it is real.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of sadness in it, which I assumed there would be a little bit of drama. But it was kind of sad, but I did laugh a lot because there's some funny things and some things that I'm like, oh, that's just like my kid. And
Like what? Like what? So
the train,
okay.
Train crashes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because
filming.
Yeah, I mean we have 4 kids. One of our kids is very much into trains, and then you're like, well, why does he want to see a train crash? And you're like, because he wants to see the train crash. So my son, films trains, films them all, watches train videos, watches train crashes. There's just something about it. It's mesmerizing. It catches it. There's just something about it. Anytime he sees a train on film, same thing. And then it kind of hits home a little bit also because, we got three girls and 1 boy. So I'm like, wow. And then, he's going around, with his camera, filming everything. I'm like, our kid is going around with his camera, filming everything.
He films us
he
films
work. Us leaving, and as we're beeping, he's waving at us and stuff. And I'm like, little, film person. Who knows? Maybe he might be the next Steven Spielberg. We don't know, but it's definitely a really good movie. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, anything that has to do with movies or biographical, or even if it's not even all true, just something that's a really good movie that catches you. Seth Rogen did really good in it. Everybody did really good. The casting, they did really good on who they were portraying. I mean, the kid, you were like, wow, I could see him as a young Steven Spielberg, and as he's growing up and everything. And you're like, well, I said they took stuff from that movie Steven Spielberg did. Reminds me a lot of, Back to the Future, and these scenes and stuff like that, or the characters. So, definitely,
it's the era.
Yeah, the era. We definitely wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. I'm glad we were able to go see it in theaters because, I mean, this isn't normally one of those movies that you go, you know what, I'm going to go to theaters and see it, and we're going to see you see like Black Panther, big blockbuster ones. And after watching it, I'm surprised that it didn't get as much talked about. I mean, it's one of those like select theaters, something that comes out you want to see. People are like, oh, I ran into it. It's a pretty good movie. I watched it on streaming, but I mean, definitely go see it, guys. Let us know what you thought about it, especially if you love movies, or love film, or love
Spielberg.
Yeah, Spielberg. Steven Spielberg. Definitely go, check it out. Let us know what you guys think about it, but definitely, go see it. I mean, and the movie went along really well. I mean, it's a 2.5 hour long movie, but it went along. I mean, it kept clipping along as you were going. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and we know people that as soon as they probably see a movie, they're like, I was bored out of my mind. There was no action. There wasn't anything. But
it's not an action movie.
It's not an action movie. It's a drama, but it's also a movie that captures you and makes you want to watch it. And we are all about that. So if it captures you and has a good story and you get intrigued to want to watch it more, that's what we're going to watch. I said it's good to have action and stuff like that, but sometimes you get where it's too much action. You're like, where's the story? So, yeah.
Well, this is big on story.
Big on story, and we love that. Anything that has to do with story, it just make you just want to keep watching it all the way through. So, and it definitely captures a lot of the emotions of everything that you're thinking in the scenes.
I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah. As you're
like just before it's really funny, and then it changes the view based on the previous scene, and it's funny. But then it ends, and I was like,
yeah,
I felt like I wasn't ready for it
to end.
End.
Yeah.
I was like, that's how it ends, but
Yeah. It's not like an ending like, you know, like you would say in Castaway, you know, where he's, you know, when he's looking down and then he looks back or something like that. It's definitely kind of one of those.
I don't
like,
even want to get started on a Castaway.
It's okay, another time. But it's definitely one of those movies where it's like those old kind of timey movies, like what's going to happen in the distance. Like in a lot of movies, it's your interpretation of what's going to happen as he's going, or maybe you already know, like this, you know, ends with him becoming the person that he is, like the director. Like that was what set him off onto his path of doing everything. And then now you get to look back and go, okay, after this, where does he go from here? And I'm sure there's going to be all these people reviewing and doing things about it, what was true, what wasn't about it, you know, which is great. And I'm sure my wife's going to read about it and go, that was true, false, that was totally false, but made the movie more intriguing. But it doesn't matter, because
I try not to read all those things prior, so I don't have like a
preconceived notion of what's going on and going, you know, those
so
things,
I have
right?
a more open.
Yeah, open mind.
I would be like, that didn't happen in real life.
Yeah, they haven't real life.
No, I just want to
yeah.
like enjoy it.
And then later on dissect.
Is.
Yeah, and then dissect it and kind of look at.
Dissect it. I just want to. It makes me interested to research it.
Which then, in turn, maybe you find out something that you really didn't know about, or maybe a movie that you're like, oh, well, maybe I didn't know he did that. Maybe I want to go check that out, or that's the reason why this was in, you know, the movie. I didn't know he was a part of this production. So, or that'd probably be that. Sorry, it slipped. Sorry, I don't have a film camera like, you know, Steven Spielberg, you know, but we're in our car with a light on the top of our camera. We got the good stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening to us again, but definitely check out the Fabelmans if you guys haven't seen it, or even watch the trailer if you haven't even heard of it, because you guys will definitely enjoy it once you guys watch it. Thanks for listening to us again. You guys have a happy Thanksgiving. All right. Bye, guys.